Riley Keough just inherited an estate worth over $500 million, making her one of the wealthiest young women in entertainment. But that's just the beginning. Between her multi-million-dollar Los Angeles mansion, her collection of vintage vehicles, her stake in America's second most visited home, and a personal fortune that grows by millions annually, Riley lives a life of luxury most can't even imagine. Designer wardrobes worth hundreds of thousands, private jet travel, exclusive Fashion Week invitations, and access to the most elite circles in Hollywood, all while maintaining an image of understated elegance. This is the real story of Riley Keough's wealth, and trust me, it's far more extravagant than you think. Before we dive into Riley's luxurious world, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Heirs. Discover elegant home decor and lifestyle essentials at truefairs.com. Exclusive deals crafted with style and comfort in mind. Check it out today. Danielle Riley Keough was born May 29, 1989, in Santa Monica, California, instantly becoming the first grandchild of Elvis and Priscilla Presley, daughter of Lisa Marie Presley, and musician Danny Keough. But what does being born into the Presley dynasty actually mean financially? Let's break it down. From birth, Riley had access to trust funds, estates, and generational wealth that most people couldn't accumulate in 10 lifetimes. The Presley estate, valued at over $500 million when you factor in Graceland, merchandising rights, music royalties, and intellectual property, makes Riley one of the wealthiest young celebrities in America. While her peers grew up saving allowances, Riley's childhood meant splitting time between a sprawling Los Angeles estate and the legendary Graceland mansion in Memphis, a property that generates over $10 million annually from tourism alone. Her parents divorced when she was 6, but even that split meant access to 2 luxury lifestyles. Her father maintained a comfortable California home, while her mother's world included private jets, luxury hotels, VIP access to every major event, and connections to entertainment's most powerful figures. Riley grew up attending exclusive private schools, wearing designer clothes before she could walk, and traveling first class to exotic destinations most people only see in magazines. Her teenage years included front-row seats at Paris Fashion Week, backstage passes to sold-out concerts, and invitations to parties where A-list celebrities were just family friends. This wasn't just privilege, this was American royalty with a bank account to match. Let's talk about where Riley actually lives, because her real estate portfolio alone is worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. Her primary residence in Los Angeles is valued at over $6 million, a stunning architectural masterpiece nestled in the hills with panoramic city views, infinity pools, and designer interiors that scream quiet luxury. We're talking marble countertops, custom Italian cabinetry, heated floors, smart home technology throughout, and outdoor spaces designed by award-winning landscape architects. Every piece of furniture tells a story. Vintage mid-century modern pieces worth tens of thousands, original artwork from established and emerging artists, antique rugs sourced from European auctions, and lighting fixtures that cost more than luxury cars. Her Los Angeles home features floor-to-ceiling windows that bathe every room in natural California light, a chef's kitchen with professional-grade appliances. But that's just one property. The property generates millions annually through tours, merchandise, special events, and licensing agreements. As sole heir following her mother's death in 2023, Riley now controls this cultural landmark worth an estimated $100 million on its own. Beyond financial value, Graceland represents American music history, and Riley has the responsibility and privilege of preserving it. She's also been spotted vacationing at luxury properties in Hawaii, exclusive resorts in Europe, and private villas where nightly rates exceed $5,000. Her real estate empire isn't just about square footage, it's about curating spaces that reflect taste, history, and uncompromising quality. Riley's breakout in high fashion wasn't just career ambition, it was the natural extension of a lifestyle immersed in luxury brands from birth. At 14, when most teenagers shop at mall stores, Riley was already walking for Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel, and Christian Dior, not as a novelty, but because her aesthetic perfectly embodied what these houses represent. Her modeling career gave her unprecedented access to designer wardrobes, exclusive Fashion Week events, and relationships with creative directors at the world's most prestigious brands. Think about what this actually means. Custom-fitted couture gowns worth $50,000 each. Handbag collections featuring rare Hermes Birkins that appreciate in value like investments. Jewelry borrowed from houses like Cartier and Van Cleef & Arpels worth millions. And shoes from Manolo Blahnik, Christian Louboutin, and Jimmy Choo that most women drool over in magazines. Riley's everyday wardrobe includes pieces from the Row, Celine, Saint Laurent, and Prada brands where a simple t-shirt costs $500. Her watches are Rolex and Cartier. Her casual jeans are from exclusive Japanese denim houses that produce limited runs. Even her loungewear is luxury cashmere that costs more than some people's monthly rent. But here's where it gets really interesting. Riley doesn't just wear fashion, she influences it. Designers loan her pieces for major events, knowing that whatever she wears will trend on social media, appear in fashion magazines, and drive sales. Her red carpet appearances are studied by style analysts. Her street style gets photographed and copied. Her vintage-inspired aesthetic has launched trends across Instagram and TikTok. And unlike influencers who get gifted items for promotion, Riley has the personal wealth to actually purchase these pieces outright, giving her complete creative control over her image. Fashion insiders estimate her wardrobe alone is worth well over $1 million, and that's a conservative guess. Riley's transition from model to actress wasn't just about artistic fulfillment. It was about building a personal empire that generates wealth independently from her family name. Her acting career commands serious money. Reports suggest Riley earns between $100,000 to $500,000 per film, depending on the project, with her star power increasing those numbers with every acclaimed performance. Her role in Mad Max Fury Road, a blockbuster that grossed $378 million worldwide, put her on Hollywood's radar as someone who could handle major productions. American Honey earned critical acclaim and festival awards. The girlfriend experience on Starz showcased her fearless approach to complex characters. But the real game changer was Daisy Jones and the Six on Amazon Prime. As the lead in a major streaming series, Riley reportedly earned upwards of $200,000 per episode, with the show spanning 10 episodes. That's potentially $2 million for a single season, and this doesn't include back-end deals, merchandising, or future royalties. Beyond acting fees, Riley co-founded Felix Culpa, her production company that develops, produces, and owns content. Ownership means equity, residuals, and long-term wealth generation. When Felix Culpa produces a successful project, she earns producer fees, profit participation, and potentially millions if the show or film becomes a hit. She's also a sought-after brand ambassador, though she's selective about partnerships. The few brands she does work with pay premium rates, potentially 6 to 7 figures, for campaigns that leverage her aesthetic and authentic connection to luxury. Riley's current net worth is estimated between $20 to $30 million from her own career earnings, separate from her inheritance. And she's only in her mid-30s, meaning her wealth will only continue growing. In February 2015, Riley married Australian stuntman Ben Smith-Peterson in a wedding that perfectly embodied her approach to luxury: extravagant yet intimate, expensive yet meaningful. The ceremony took place in Napa Valley, California's premier wine country, where vineyard estates rent for tens of thousands per day. Guests stayed at luxury hotels, dined on menus crafted by celebrity chefs, and celebrated among rolling hills and world-class wineries. Riley's wedding dress was custom designed, likely costing upwards of $20,000, with delicate vintage-inspired details that made headlines in bridal magazines. The reception featured premium wines, gourmet cuisine, live music, and decor that transformed the venue into something out of a fairy tale. Industry insiders estimate the entire wedding cost several $100,000, though Riley and Ben kept details intentionally private. Their honeymoon? Exclusive resorts and destinations where luxury meets seclusion. Since then, the couple has been spotted vacationing in Maui at private beachfront properties, exploring European cities while staying at 5-star hotels, and enjoying experiences that cost more per day than most monthly mortgages. Following Lisa Marie's tragic death in January 2023, Riley inherited complete control of the Presley estate, including Graceland, a responsibility that comes with massive financial implications. Graceland isn't just a house, it's a business generating over $10 million annually from 600,000 visitors who pay admission, purchase merchandise, and participate in special events. Riley now oversees operations, preservation efforts, licensing deals, and strategic decisions about Elvis's legacy. The estate includes Elvis's private jet collection, the Lisa Marie and Hound Dog 2 aircraft worth millions. His automobile collection features pink Cadillacs and custom vehicles, archived costumes, gold records, personal items, and memorabilia that collectively represent hundreds of millions in cultural and monetary value. Managing this empire requires business acumen, legal expertise, and careful decision-making about brand partnerships, museum expansions, and intellectual property licensing. Elvis's music generates millions in ongoing royalties from streaming, radio play, film soundtracks, and commercial licensing. His image rights, controlled by the estate, earn revenue from everything from slot machines to themed restaurants. Riley has the luxury of never having to work another day, but she's choosing to actively grow both her personal career and her family's legacy business. Here's what's truly fascinating about Riley's wealth. In an age where influencers flaunt every purchase for likes, Riley treats privacy as the ultimate luxury. She rarely posts about designer purchases, doesn't showcase her homes on social media, and maintains boundaries that protect her personal life. This restraint, this selectivity about what she shares, has become its own form of status. While others chase validation through material displays, Riley's wealth allows her the freedom to simply exist without performance. She drives quality vehicles but doesn't post car selfies. She wears couture but doesn't tag brands obsessively. She travels to exotic locations but doesn't live tweet every moment. This is billionaire-level thinking applied to her generation, understanding that true luxury means control, not exhibition. Riley also uses her wealth philanthropically, supporting causes related to mental health, addiction recovery, and music education. She's involved with organizations honoring Elvis's charitable legacy and has quietly donated to efforts supporting artists and musicians. Her luxury includes experiences that money can enable but attention can't buy, deep artistic collaboration with respected directors, time with family away from cameras, and the freedom to take roles based on creative merit rather than paycheck size. Riley Keough's life represents a new paradigm of celebrity wealth: $500 million inheritance, multi-million-dollar properties, designer wardrobes worth small fortunes, a production company building entertainment empire value, annual earnings in the millions, access to experiences most people only dream about. Yet she wears it all with grace that makes you forget you're watching someone who could buy a Lamborghini with a month's residuals. In an age obsessed with flaunting wealth on social media, Riley's approach feels revolutionary: luxurious without being obnoxious, wealthy without being wasteful, privileged while remaining grounded. She proves that real luxury isn't about showing off, it's about having so much that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. From Hollywood Hills to Graceland gates, Riley Keough is redefining what it means to be a modern heiress: powerful, purposeful, and unapologetically private.